Y'all, it's Mickey. So I opened up Instagram the other day and it really felt like everybody's a personality now. It's not just outfits, personalities. I'm talking clean girl, mob wife, coastal grandma, tomato girl, office siren. If you don't know what it is, I will explain. But it just feels like every time I turn around, there's some new aesthetic being introduced. So I got to thinking, make it make sense. I don't know when it happened, but it feels now like whenever you get dressed, you have to pick a character. Now, before anybody jumps into my comments, I love fashion. I love style. This is just a conversation because the way that the internet is starting to talk about clothes now, it's just starting to feel like a little extra. So we are going to talk about it today. If you're into fashion or social media, this probably makes perfect sense to you and you know what I'm talking about. But if you're the everyday woman and you just kind of dibble dabble, aesthetic may not be something that resonates with you because an aesthetic isn't just a trend. It's more like a mini lifestyle that's packaged around clothes. What is the lifestyle that you're looking to project to those that are looking at you? Once the internet gives it a name, suddenly it's a whole category of content. So it's a certain look, it's a certain mood, sometimes it's a certain personality. And many times when you're looking for these aesthetics, it's based on mood boards, get ready with me videos, outfit formulas, okay? And of course, the shopping links. Yes, the shopping links that continue to come at us. And I'm not hating because I do shopping links as well. Check out below. But here's where things started to feel absolutely ridiculous. Every time we blink, tick, 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 there's another one. I'm going to rattle off a few. You tell me if they're familiar. And if you're not, then you can understand what those of us who are on social media quite a bit or who create content, you can understand the madness. Clean girl, office siren, mob wife, coastal grandma, vanilla girl, tomato girl, quiet luxury, old money. At this point, I'm honestly waiting for someone to introduce something that would at least be helpful to the world that I live in. How about going to the dentist core? Or how about just trying to pay my bills aesthetic? Those might actually be ones that apply to us, everyday women. I don't think that this is happening by accident, obviously. If you follow the money, you can figure out the reason behind anything and make it make sense. Fashion and smartphones, they have a lot in common. Every year there's a new version, and every year we're told that we need it. But with phones, there's usually something that you get with the upgrades, right? You get a better camera, you get a stronger battery, you get better speed. But with fashion, let me think on that. Sometimes the upgrade is just a new name. Sometimes it feels like the fashion industry just wants fashion girlies to be strung out like addicts. They just take something that's slightly different, a color palette, a shoe, a vintage reference. They package it up. You see where I'm going, right? They give it a catchy name, and suddenly it's a whole new aesthetic. And once it has a name, the internet goes to work, honey. Y'all know that the algorithm loves these categories, right? Because when something has a name and a label, it becomes easy to search for. Search it, tag it, recommend it. These are all things that make that little engine go choo choo. So instead of saying, here's the outfit that I wore today, now it's office siren outfit, clean girl look, coastal grandma vibes. And that labeling machine, it keeps the content going and the shopping moving. Let's talk about that FOMO machine, the fear of missing out. Man, this has done more damage to more pockets than I don't know what. Not just in fashion, but today that's what we're talking about. If you're not wearing the new thing as a fashion girly, you feel like you're behind. If you're not styling it the right way, you feel outdated. Doesn't matter if you shop designer, thrift, big box stores, or a mix of everything. That pull to have something new, something different, something trendy, it can still have you reaching for that wallet. But here's where I think the conversation gets very interesting. Most women are not living their lives according to aesthetics. Let me say that again. Most women are not living their lives and dressing according to aesthetics. Girl, let me ask you something. When you get dressed in the morning, are you thinking about aesthetics? Or are you just thinking about what's going to get me through my day? What's going to look nice? What's going to be comfortable? I'm just saying. They're going to work. They're running errands. They're taking care of their families. They're living real life. Not, I want to dress like Tomato Girl today. Personally, I think style works best when it's built around you, your likes and dislikes, and not anything from the internet. Based on your body, your lifestyle, your comfort, your proportions. Because trends always move faster than real life. Ain't nobody got time for that. But good style, that lasts a lot longer. And let me just say this as part of my internet auntie moment. These are serious times. They require sober thinking, leaders, not followers. Let's fly by the seat of your pants decision making. So keep your coins in your pocket and people's fingers out of your nose leading you around. Enough already, girl. That's some real talk. You understand me? You are not missing out. Get yourself bored with the influence. Be above the influence. There ends my internet auntie moment. So when I see a new aesthetic pop up every week, I always come to the thought. Sometimes an outfit is just an outfit. It doesn't need a storyline. It doesn't need a label. It doesn't need anything else. You can just get dressed. And honestly, this might be the most stylish thing that you can do. And if you enjoy these Make It Make Sense conversations about fashion, culture, and the internet trends, you are in the right place. Because around here, we love clothes, but we also love clarity and common sense. If you have a topic for Make It Make Sense, leave it in the comments because these are strange times and we've got a lot to talk about. Hit that subscribe button, give me a like, give me a comment, share. Come on, if you've made it this far, you and I are friends, okay? And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye, y'all.